Hello and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I'm James Currie with the Communication Department here at the Mobile County Health Department. I'm talking to Amy Crosby. She's the state coordinator of Reach Out and Read Alabama. How are you, Amy?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me, James.
Yes, thank you for being here. Now, you and I both know what Reach Out and Read Alabama is, but can you just give us an overview? What is Reach Out and Read Alabama?
So Reach Out and Read Alabama is part of a national organization, part of a national Reach Out and Read. But here in Alabama, we are a program of the Alabama chapter of the American Academy of Pediatrics. And what we do is, in short, we supply physicians and pediatric healthcare providers with books to give to children 6 months to 5 years of age during a well child visit. But it's so much more than that. The book is just a tool to help physicians educate parents and families on the benefit of reading aloud, how that has long-term implications for brain development, attachment, family engagement. Has a wealth of benefits and just a very tight little package. It's just a book, and a child gets to leave their appointment with the book. So we are helping to create a first library.
Yeah, I know reading is important. My reading goes all the way back to Mulberry Street and Dr. Seuss. So yeah, I've been reading for a while, and it is very important. I kind of wish I lived on Mulberry Street sometime.
Especially now.
Yeah, especially now. That's right. So you are Reach Out and Read Alabama. So that's the entire state. So tell us a little bit about, where you're located, things like that.
Currently, we have 54 program sites, which fall into any healthcare provider practice that serves children. So we have urban locations. We have Montgomery, Jefferson County. We have a lot of places in Mobile and Baldwin County. But we also serve more suburban and rural communities. So we have, even though Tuscaloosa is a little more urban or suburban, but it serves counties around it that are very rural. We have practices in Southeast Alabama with Dothan, Ozark Enterprise, Eufaula. We don't have a site in every county, which is my goal. I would love for us to be able to serve all of the children in Alabama. We are well on our way. So it doesn't cost the practice or a family to be a part of Reach Out and Read. It is free, but we do have fundraising that we have to do in order to purchase the books that the pediatricians are able to give to the children. So right now we're just limited as far as funding, but hopefully that will change very soon.
Yeah. Well, that's a very healthy goal to have, to be into every county of the state. But, more information obviously is on the website. So if there is, a county that's nearby another Reach Out and Read county, go across the county lines, right?
Absolutely. Well, we find that certain practices, even if, say, your practice is in, say, the Dothan area in Houston County, if that is the largest pediatrician in the area, you're going to be serving children from, say, Geneva County or Henry County or surrounding counties. So even if a practice isn't located specifically in the county, hopefully we are serving children that reside in that county. I know that's particularly the case in West Alabama, where a lot of people from Greene and Hale, Pickens County travel to Tuscaloosa County for their health care.
So let's stick to that goal. So that way you can just say the whole state.
It's every state. But yes, if you go to our website, which is listed here on the screen behind me, you can look to see if your pediatrician or your pediatric healthcare provider is participating in Reach Out and Read. And I encourage anyone, if their practice is not participating, to ask and say, we've heard about this program. We would love to have it. What can we do to support it? So that's part of it. We need to create some brand awareness,
Mhm.
some education around what we can do, and then just sort of spread the word.
Now you talked about some of the populations that you serve. Can you kind of go into the demographics a little bit, specifically about maybe the numbers of children that you serve, or if you have anything like
Yes. We had served close to 50,000 children in 2020, and that is even considering the decline in number, a little decrease in numbers because of COVID-19. But I think there's about 55% of the population that we serve is Medicaid eligible. So we do like to make sure that we are addressing low resource families of the state, but anyone can be a part of our program. There is no eligibility requirement, no income ceiling or anything like that. But we would like to serve more. I think that our national they said that we would have probably served closer to 60,000 children this year had it not been for COVID-19.
Yeah, I was going to say 50,000. That's a lot given the limited amount of places that were open, last
Yes,
year. That's pretty great. Um,
yes,
now I think you kind of addressed this already, but children live in all different types of environments that you serve.
yes.
So, walk us through kind of what happens if a kid goes to that well child visit with their parent and what they receive.
So during the visit, the physician there, we have provide the practice with books that are age appropriate, developmentally appropriate, and also culturally aware. So we have books that are bilingual or Spanish only. We have people of color in books, boys and girls, and also different family structures. So single mom or single dad, sort of, we try to cover everything with that. But the child is having the well child visit, and the pediatrician is to, prescribe a book. So they will show the book to the child. They will often model how, climbing in the lap, showing how to read, showing the family, like, this is how we do it. Holding the book in front of them, reading aloud, engaging with the child around the book. And then they give the book to the child or to the family for them to leave. So there is a prescribing aspect to it. So this is what you do. This is how you do it. And also just talking about how that little amount of time and sitting in the lap and reading aloud, what benefit it has to the child and to the family. So really stressing the brain development aspect of it, and the family engagement aspect of it. So it's a very simple act, but it has great long-term potential outcomes. So.
Now we're going to have a Wellness Wednesday part 2 of this where we can discuss. There are so many psychological aspects, positive ones,
Absolutely.
that we're just not going to have time to do that during this segment. But we're going to have on our next segment, we're going to have a pediatrician and a behavioral health provider join us to go over just those specifics. Um, so I know that it's important, but that's me. So tell everybody watching, why is this important? Why is this program important for children?
Well, we are reaching children as early as 6 months. There is a big push to make sure that children are entering school, entering pre-K, kindergarten, ready to learn. And there's no better way of making sure a child is ready to learn than making sure that they are well, that they are healthy, and providing them with books as early as possible. Those two factors can just are a game changer for children, especially in low income areas or low resource areas. There has been so much research about the impact of this, and it's a relatively simple concept. That's sort of I think the beauty of it, as well as a child is getting something to take home, where if you are working with a lower resource family that doesn't have the means to purchase new books or to purchase books at all, this is a sort of a two birds with one stone approach. Not only are you getting the healthcare aspect, but you're also getting this literacy promotion aspect. It's a very simple thing, and it's sort of a no-brainer. I think I've already said that, but it really is. We starting at 6 months of age, stressing the importance, and helping parents feel supported in this journey as well. I'm a parent, I have 2 children, and, just having the support of your healthcare provider that, this is what you do. This is the impact of this very simple act, just can be very empowering for parents. Often we feel guilt or a host of other negative things about, I'm failing as a parent and I don't know what I need to do. This is a way of supporting parents in their interactions with their child. And it's just so simple. It's just a really simple thing. Whenever we do part 2, I think we're really going to get to be able to hear very specific outcomes. I know I'm just kind of doing a quick and dirty overview here, but there is, and again, if you go to our website, there's a ton of information as far as the evidence, the research that has been done that supports Reach Out and Read, and why it is so beneficial to our children. I think it's just part of this continuum of making sure our children are ready to learn, entering school ready to learn and ready to succeed.
And your program is kind of famous too. You were featured in a movie, right?
Yes. Yes. So No Small Matter, which is you can go to the Alabama School Readiness Alliance website, or just Google Invest Early Alabama and get registered to see the movie. Our librarian, our medical provider / librarian was featured in it, talking about the benefits of reading and early learning. So that was really cool.
Deal. Yeah, it is. It's very cool. It's kind of a big deal. That means you're doing something right.
Yes, I hope so.
I appreciate you giving us the cliff notes on the Reach Out and Read program. To borrow another book title there, I had to throw that in. But is there anything else you'd like to add about the program? I know you've got some other avenues of being able to get information out about the program.
Well, we do have all of the social media platforms. You can find Reach Out and Read Alabama like on our website here, and through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can find us on all of those platforms. We also have a podcast. Our national organization has a podcast that you can find on all of the predominant podcast hosting sites, Apple, Google, Spotify. But I also want to do a little shout out for the Invest Early Alabama Film Festival, which is going on right now, which features the No Small Matter movie that we just spoke about. Mm-hmm. You can go to the Alabama School Readiness Alliance Facebook or their website, or you can just Google Invest Early Alabama and it will take you right there. But they are doing lunchtime conversations every Tuesday this month on Facebook Live, and they have been wonderful, giving you a bigger picture of the early childhood system of care in Alabama, which Reach Out and Read is very much a part of. Again, the movie No Small Matter was featured where they did speak of Reach Out and Read. And you'll notice he's got a lovely little pin that is our logo. So it's great. It's great.
Wow. How do you have time to do anything between all of those things? Gosh.
Well, there
Yeah.
it is it's a wonderful program.
Mhm.
And I'm sure you know when you get really excited about something, the more you can do, the more you can talk about it, just sort of becomes this all-encompassing thing where anybody's talking about early childhood and I'm like, oh, well, hey, does your doctor give you a book? Well, then this is the program, and just spread the word. It's wonderful.
Yeah, where your heart is, that's where your treasure is found.
Yes.
Read that in another good book. Amy, thank you very much for your time, and we will have you back on again soon to talk about part 2 and all of the nuts and bolts and the mechanics of the whole program and how fantastic it is.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for having me. This has been a pleasure.
Thank you.